Oh my fucking God. It ain't God mad again.
Peace, what it do, Virgo? Welcome to the channel. My name is A-Tone. This is A-Tone Tarot, and this is your 10-day forecast for the 11th of September to the 20th. If you could, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. But without further ado, let's get on up into it. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Virgo collective, what do we have going on from the 11th of September to the 20th? I'll pull 10 cards and see what Spirit has for you and break down the message as I see it, right? Again, take what resonates, leave the rest. But if it does resonate, please feel free to comment and share with me in the comments of what you got going on, Virgo. From the 11th to the 20th for my Virgo collective. And I'll do cards that go on the floor. We will check to see if it comes back in though. Spirit, 10 cards for my Virgo collective. Thank you, Spirit. All right, Virgo. Let's see what we have here. All right, for your spread, you have the Moon, Page of Cups, Nine of Swords, Six of Swords, the Hangman, the Emperor, the Knight of Wands, the Nine of Wands, the Knight of Swords, and the Wheel of Fortune. And at the bottom of the deck, I have to cover it a little bit, the Queen of Queen of Cups. Cover the whole thing actually, but yeah, Virgo. So you're carrying something heavy to yourself. You're really holding on to something that is bothering you, and it feels like a miscommunication, where someone reacted to something that somebody said too fast. Or you know how, and I do this all the time. I just did it. Your brain works faster than your tongue. You know, your tongue works faster than your brain, I'll say. You say it backwards. It might be you say something and you meant it the opposite way, but it's already out your mouth now. And someone is like, no, 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 you meant what you said the first time. And you're trying to correct it or fix it. Something like that. Like there's a miscommunication where someone said or did something and it was misinterpreted completely incorrectly. Well, I won't say incorrectly. It was interpreted correctly. But when you did it, you didn't mean to do it or say it in that way. But it's already out on the table now. It's already there. And you may have to humble yourself and apologize, explain, or surrender to someone else's feelings, if you will, for the sake of wanting them to know that you didn't mean it that way. Or something like this happened to you and you need to give consideration. Like, they couldn't have meant that the way that came out. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm picking up on. Like, with the moon being here, like, something is not completely clear to you. And then you got the Page of Cups here, the Nine of Swords. It's bothering you, keeping you up at night, pacing the floor. You're ready to just walk away from the whole situation with this Six of Swords. Six of Swords being here. Then you have the Hangman. That's why I say you may have to, or someone may want you to surrender to their feelings and submit to them and how they're feeling. With this Emperor, there's a possible power struggle going on here, right? Excuse me. This could be a situation where it's a father and a son, right? And the father said something and he's wrong because, you know, just because of generational time, whatever. I'm just making up a scenario. And the son corrects him, and the father realizes that he's wrong, but he doesn't want to own up to that. He wants the son to just know, because he's the father or the authority in the situation, that you should do as I say, not as I do, and, you know, go with it despite it being incorrect. Something like that. So, and with the Wheel of Fortune being here, a certain situation, circumstance is going to create the lesson or the point for whoever it's intended for, with this Nine of Wands to this Wheel of Fortune, right? So the point will land, and whoever's let it is intended for, and the universe will provide the lesson in the time that is needed. I'll just say that. You know what I mean? It might be for you, Virgo. You could be the one that's wrong, or the other person. I don't know. You know your situation fully and completely, because the miscommunication is represented by this Knight of Wands and this Knight of Swords energy, with that Nine of Wands in between. Like I said, the lesson being learned by whoever it's intended for when it is intended, in the time frame that it is intended, with this Wheel of Fortune. So, and you might already know, Virgo, but your pride may not be allowing you to admit it. But it's what it is. Let's clarify again. I like synchronicities. We're going to clarify the Nine of Swords and the Nine of Wands, as well as the Moon. So let's dig a little deeper into this Moon. What is not fully being seen by my Virgo collective? Let's start with this Nine of Swords, because again, that's that lesson. Like, from whatever got you stressing or got somebody stressing, there is a lesson in it. Yeah, and you may not be able to see what that is just yet, but there is a lesson there. And we're going to find out, see if we can find out what that lesson is. All right, for my Virgos, let's see. Please clarify this Moon for me, Spirit. On this Moon art, the child has vitiligo. I think that's so pretty. The art depiction in this deck is just amazing. I had to give it a moment. I had to give it its own moment, Virgo. It's like those little details that you pay attention to really bring out the beauty of what is the truth of the situation. You know, what are the facts? All right. Let's clarify this Moon for my Virgos. Virgo, please clarify, Spirit, this Moon. Yeah, whatever this is, that somebody don't want it to be exposed at all, because the Moon is clarified by the Ace of Wands, the Devil, and the Sun in reverse. That's like, let sleeping dogs lie. Don't shed no light on this ugly, nasty thing. Yeah. It's a dirty little secret that somebody does not want out there. Amen. We all have our secrets. And maybe you're concerned about somebody finding out, but that's almost, it's like, the truth shall set you free, Virgo. Yes. That's what they say, but that's not how you feeling. Let's see what's up with this Nine of Swords. Clarify this Nine of Swords, please, Spirit. Excuse me. Clarify this Nine of Swords, please, Spirit. For my Virgo collective. Let's take it. Okay, the Nine of Swords was clarified by the King of Cups, the Three of Swords, Seven of Pentacles. Virgo, somebody has a secret. Somebody did something very unfavorable to someone else with this Three of Swords, Seven of Pentacles, and King of Cups. And someone is wondering, was it worth it? Whatever they did, was it worth it? You or they must decide that, Virgo. Moving right along to the Nine of Wands. Please clarify this Nine of Wands, Spirit. Clarify this Nine of Wands, Spirit, please. All right, so the Nine of Wands was clarified by the Six of Wands in reverse. The Ace of Swords kind of came out halfway, like half truth. And then the Knight of Swords in reverse. It's not good. So this is Six of Wands in reverse. That is a one-way conversation. Very one-directional. Only one side of the story is being told, seen, or like allowed to be entered into the conversation. Is this very selfish, no, I'm right, I know what I'm talking about, you can't tell me nothing, even though there's something that's not necessarily true, like, going on here. But I'm picking up, this is narcissist energy. Somebody gaslighting somebody to try to make them believe something that is not true, where with their own eyes they can see, like, nah, you lying, or in their gut they can feel it. So if this is you, Virgo, you're probably not being as stealth as you may think. And if this is happening to you, go and trust your gut. That is your message. I hope it helps. And until next time, peace.